This is the Orangewood Oliver Jr. mini bass, and it's a mini bass that has so much tone and so much fun packed within it that really shows that just because you have a simple stripped back instrument doesn't mean you can't have an absolute blast the entire time you're playing it. This is a mini bass. It's small, it's different, and I absolutely love it. Short scales as they are just so much fun to play to me, and it really offers a complete new way of playing bass. And this really takes it to the next level. With a scale length of 23.5 inches, it makes you really think differently about how you're gonna play. It's smaller and it challenges you in the way where you're not gonna be going casually up and down that fretboard as much as you wanted to. You don't have 24 frets fully. It really challenges you in a way where, to me at least, it doesn't want you to think in the way of playing a regular bass. It wants you to have more of that really solid rhythm to it, but maybe switch it up just a little bit with your fills and everything in between. The first thing you'll notice is the beautiful solid mahogany top to it. And man, it is gorgeous, and the satin feel to it is just perfect. Then your side and backwoods are layered mahogany, and at the very top you'll see a beautiful, very simple black binding. Your bridge is made of ovencall, which this is something different to me, but it's a sustainable tone wood that's actually an African relative of rosewood. And this is actually an electric acoustic bass too. And surprisingly, the pickup sounds really good and very natural too. It's a Fishman sonotone pickup that has a very simple layout of tone and volume. Surprising, right? But when you have the tone all the way open, it kind of sounds like an electric bass, surprisingly. But I really like having it at around 50-50, where it lays back on your high end and gives you that very subtle, nice, warm acoustic sound. I found that the sounds you can get with this bass, whether it be miking the acoustic itself or plugging it in, just sound so nice. Very rich, quite loud actually, which I think is a huge, huge step forward. I've never really cared for acoustic basses, but this is really fun, I think just because of the short scale too, but it sounds very loud, very full, and very warm too. Moving up your mahogany neck, you have a 20 fret ovencall fingerboard that feels really good and just very natural. And as a side note, I really like the inlays that are a part of this bass. Very subtle and very small dots, as well as this beautiful logo on the 12th fret. Moving up to the headstock, you have a 43mm bone nut, as well as chrome tuners that have die-cast knobs. The bass comes already strung with Ernie Ball earthwood strings that sound very clear and very open, very loud too. I think my only actual issue with this bass was the tuning and the intonation that I got. Really, the only problem that I had with this bass was the intonation. And after I did my own setup on it, plus I'm also not great at setups, especially because I'm not used to acoustics, but it's just, you know, you can't have the normal truss rod and bridge adjustment as well that I found. But with a couple turns of the truss rod, very small turns, and just really messing with the strings and making sure that they are all stretched out, it did eventually have a phenomenal sound to it. Just initially out of the box, there was a bit of buzz to it. And while these tuners are good, I feel like they could have done a little better, or maybe it might just be mine alone, but I would like there just to be higher quality tuners on it so the tuning isn't as much of a big deal. It's not a horrible thing, but it's just, I think it could be better. But overall, this bass provides something completely different from my collection of basses, at least, because again, it's so much fun to play. It's an acoustic that's actually loud, which is a huge step up. And there's a lot of just amazing quality within this instrument, especially for the small price tag that you're gonna pay for it. I just really love how fun it is to play. But let me know what you guys thought about it, and really what y'all think about acoustic basses in general. I'm curious if any of y'all shared sort of the same mentality that I have towards acoustic basses, where I don't really find them useful, but then when I play something like this, it's so much fun and it's actually loud too, where it becomes useful. But thank y'all so much for watching as always. If you liked this video, want to see more exactly like it, more a little different than it, then go ahead and subscribe. And a humongous thanks to all my Patreon supporters as well. If you want to help support the channel and get on some cool perks like early access to videos, giveaways, and more, go ahead and think about, supporting the channel over on Patreon. But thank y'all so much for watching as always, and I'll see y'all next time.